everyone, Gojira851 here with our 2017 X Plus review. All the figures that I got this year, and boy, did I get a lot. This was a wonderful year for those who are late to the party, and Diamond really helped out a lot this year. They really supplied me with a lot of figures that I was looking for, plus we got a lot of great new ones as well. So, let's dive in. First off, yes, I do not have all my figures displayed in front of me on a table. I don't have room to do that, okay? It's a very small space I have to work with. For me to put on our table in here, I won't be able to move around. So I took some very candid pictures of the figures. Also, you see in the thumbnail, I stuck all of them together as well. And maybe towards the end, I'll bring down one of them. Very special one. So, the year started off with the X Plus Shin Godzilla 25 centimeter standard that I got. It was originally listed for December release, but by the time it got to me, it was in January. So the year started off straight and very strong. Great figure. Something bigger and better came towards the end of the year. From what I understand, we're getting a 30 centimeter next year. But as a start off, this figure was awesome and actually prompted X Plus to make a second batch. Great figure. Give it a look. Give it a grab. Awesome. But something bigger does come out later. We'll get to that. Alright, then we move on to our first Diamond reissue of the year. The 30 centimeter 99/2000 Godzilla. Awesome figure. I saw this figure in a review for the first time a couple of years ago before I started doing my own videos, and I wanted it. Even alluded to my first G-Fest, I was going to be looking for this figure. Nobody had it. Not a soul. Looking around for this thing, and it could not be found. Then I tried the dreaded land of eBay. Yes, eBay. Now that's me. eBay helped me out with Mega Godzilla 74. Awesome figure. A little scuffing, but you know, I fixed it. And I also got a SH Monster Arts Shin Godzilla Atomic version. You know, they're not as bad. Alright, you gotta know what to deal with. But when I looked for Godzilla 2000 on there, he was $600. Standard. So, when they announced the Diamond reissue, I hopped all over that, and I got it. So, moving on. A brand new figure for the year. X Plus Titanosaurus 25 centimeter. Now, the year before, I got the 30 centimeter Diamond reissue. And that is a great figure, but I feel the 25 centimeter is much better. The paint job is better. The translucency of the fins on the back look great, plus all the little veins through it. Awesome figure. If you have the 30 centimeter and you didn't get the 25 centimeter, that's okay. But I thought it looked great, and I got it. Looks awesome. It's a great part of the collection. Okay. Next up, another Diamond reissue. A figure that I wanted really badly, and I saw on Amazon for $400. We have the 30 centimeter Godzilla 2004 from the film Final Wars. Now, with the Diamond reissue, I paid $1/4 of that, and I love it. And this is a wonderful figure. I had to make a remake review of it, though, because I accidentally deleted the old video, and I deleted the delete of the video, so yeah, great figure. I love the film Final Wars for all the Godzilla stuff, not the stupid human parts. Okay, alright. All the monsters, all the Godzilla stuff, that's what saves the movie, in my opinion. That's why I can sit down and watch that movie at any time. So, there's that. Side rant over. Okay, so, this is when the year starts to get a little frustrating / hectic for me. The Yuji Sakai Diamond reissue of the Godzilla 89. Now, I saw this figure, and I really wanted this figure. But then I found out, through my own stupidity, that I was going out of town. My sister was getting married, and I need to get her a gift. And, you know, there was the hotel as well. You know, a lot of things, you know, had to be paid for. So, I thought I canceled this figure. keyword thought, when I was in the middle of North Carolina, actually at a little fun get-together with Mr. Leslie Chambers. And we did a video, 5 least Godzilla films. I got a confirmation that this figure was ordered and will be at the front door at my house in a couple of days. It's like, uh-oh. Which is say it made things a little difficult the rest of the time when I was up in North Carolina. But I got the figure. I was able to get the bills all straightened out, and it's awesome. I'm glad I got it. I don't regret it at all. I was talking to someone else about this, and they said, oh, send it back. No. That's what I call good problems. Okay. Getting this figure is what I like to call good problems. And I'm glad I stuck through it. I'm glad I stuck to my guns, and I got it. I have it. It looks great. It's on this here shelf next to the other Diamond reissue, the 30 centimeter Godzilla 89. Alright, so moving on. Then this figure came out. I saw this, and like always, I see it in a review with either Mr. Fresh Vinyl or someone else getting this figure. We have the 30 centimeter Godzilla 95, Burning Godzilla, the standard version. The Rick version came with the Oxygen Destroyer. No. I will not have the Oxygen Destroyer in this house. No. God, I saw the pictures. I saw the videos of it. This thing looked awesome. Plus the size of it as well. Godzilla 94 and 95. Well, 94, the suit is awesome. They modified that to make it into Burning Godzilla. It looks awesome. And the way how this thing's sized up against other X Plus figures, I wanted to have it. The only drawback that I have with it is a very small one. A very small drawback is that if you put it up next to Destroya, the 25 centimeter, 30 centimeter figure they released a few years ago to go along with the 25 centimeter Burning Godzilla, he is huge compared to Destroya. So that's the one teeny tiny little thing, but you know, it wasn't meant to go along with that, so that's just a teeny tiny little argument that we just put aside. Don't worry about that. So, the months go on, and we got our next unboxing of another new figure. We have the 25 centimeter X Plus Hedra. Awesome figure. I always wanted a Hedra in my collection. The only one that I had was a Bandai, like 6-inch, that I got here at like KB Toys when KB Toys was a thing. And I wanted to get the 30 centimeter, but everywhere I saw was either $250 or $300. And at the time, I did not have the money to afford that. Okay, so I kept on passing. I passed. Then the 25 centimeter came out. It was only like $100-some at Hobby Search, and I jumped on it, got it. I showed it off to several friends and family. They all looked at me like I was insane. Like, as I'm getting, the Space Godzillas. I'm getting, your Destroyers. And now I've got the Hedra coming in, and they didn't really see it, but I like Hedra. Cool monster. Go along. Moving on. So then, I go to G-Fest. Before I go to G-Fest, I get a happy little promotion at work. So it allows me to, stretch my elbows a little more and enjoy myself a little more at G-Fest. And these figures I got at G-Fest. I got the Gabara 25 centimeter Rick Boy. That came with Minya. Awesome figure. It looks great. Another monster I really wanted in my collection. But the only ones I could find is either the Bandai, I think it was the Bandai, or the YMSF one. And let's just say I didn't really care for those. Okay. Sorry, I just didn't. But then I saw this come out, I'm like, yes, I want it. It did go on sale at Hobby Search, only the standard, but I wanted a Minya as well. And looking at pictures of the Minya, I thought the Minya looked pretty good, so try to get them together, and I did. Awesome collection. Now, the question is, should they make a 30 centimeter? Yeah, will I get it? No. Because I like Gabara, but not that much. Okay, so moving on. Alright. Another figure I got up at G-Fest was the Godzilla 2004 25 centimeter Rick Boy. I love this figure. It's great. It's got this really cool upward roaring position. Looks awesome. I regret not getting Kaiser Ghidorah. I really do want Kaiser Ghidorah. If I can find a fair enough price for it, I will get it. Not the Rick, because all it has is just red light up eyes, and with the next figure you're going to see why I'm not getting any more Ricks that are light up. But the Godzilla 2004 25 centimeter is awesome. Great figure to get along while I was up at G-Fest. But while I was at G-Fest, the last figure that I got X Plus wise was the Godzilla 2000 30 centimeter poster variant Rick Boy. Awesome figure. I love the paint job. I love the dorsal place. This figure is magnificent. But after I uploaded the video of reviewing this figure, the lights crapped out. Completely crapped out. And I was online on Facebook trying to, see suggestions. Someone said smack it around a couple of times. I did a couple of light taps. Didn't work. I was given the idea by the leader of Summit Kaiju, Mr. Jeremy Souls, to rewire it. I don't consider myself a dumb man, but I'm not that smart. So, yeah. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. The figure is awesome. It looks great. If I had a black light to show it off as well, it would. But the paint job's awesome. The mouth is posable. Awesome figure. Kind of an impulse buy. It was the last day of G-Fest. I saw it. My mouth started watering. I had to have it. Kind of an impulse buy. I'm glad I got it. I do have self-control, though, sometimes. I'm glad I didn't self-control on that because it was definitely worth it. Alright. Then we had a beauty. After I arrived home from G-Fest, Mr. Tyler Boots. I got in touch with him a couple of months prior to this, and I got him the money to get this figure. The X Plus Mechagodzilla 93 Rick. The Super Mechagodzilla. I love the 93 Mechagodzilla, okay? I like all Mechagodzillas, but the 93, something about it I really like. The music, the stance, the abilities, the fact that it killed Godzilla at one point in the movie. That's brownie points. Godzilla woke up like a second or a few later and just, turned him into scrap metal, but whatever. Awesome. Go away. Awesome figure. Great deal that I got for it. If it's getting a diamond reissue pretty soon. You can get through Vampire Robots, through Flossies. It's only the standard, but still, this is an awesome figure. He does have a tail stand, which, isn't really that big of a deal. The next figure is a big deal with the tail stand. It's funny, let's just say, I was asleep when this figure was announced. We got the X Plus Godzilla 91 Shinjuku landing. I was sent multiple messages by Mr. Leslie Chambers while I was sleeping. Hey, wake up, where you at? Go, what are you doing? And I was able to pre-order it from Hobby Search, and I got him in. And the tail stand, I got the tail stand to work, sort of. But he's also this tail stand is also very temperamental as well. If they do a diamond reissue for the Godzilla 91 Shinjuku landing, I really hope that they do away with that tail stand. I did get it to work, but it is also a hassle. They say there are things called good problems, and this is a tolerable problem. Okay? So, there is that. Then, a figure that caused a bit of controversy and a bit of, harsh feelings. To get this figure, I had to cancel several of my pre-orders before. I got the X Plus Godzilla 1975 30 centimeter standard. The Rick came with an extra Mechagodzilla head. I didn't need it, so yeah. I had to cancel. Who did I cancel? I think I canceled the Godzilla 92 Yuji Sakai, which I still plan on getting. Okay. As soon as I get things a little more hammered out, a couple of extra bills have been piling up lately. I had to change insurances at one point. So, he's definitely on the books. He's definitely in the cards. So, what do I think about the 75 30 centimeter? Awesome figure, okay? I've seen a lot of people say that, the face is kind of goofy and The teeth aren't that great. I think this figure is great. I like it. At certain angles, you could actually position it to where it actually looks like the fake Mechagodzilla, or the fake Godzilla, about to turn into Mechagodzilla as well. The stance is awesome. The tail is awesome. Everything about this figure, I really enjoy. And with that, I got all 3 figures for the Terror of Mechagodzilla ensemble. So, to end off the year, I planned on getting something else to end off the year, but I wasn't able to, so to end off the year, and what a gigantic way to end off the year, the Jewel of the Nile, the Gigantic Series Shin Godzilla Standard. And since that is the last one, put that there. Let's go ahead and bring him down. Now, when they announced the Shinjuku Godzilla 91 on Hobby Search, they also announced a gigantic Shin Godzilla. Now, this thing sold out in like 2 hours. Incredible. I was upset because I saw the pictures, saw the size of it, and I love the look of Shin Godzilla, especially the standard version. The Rick Boy, not so much. And I do and I don't, okay? I think the paint job is a little funny looking, but I love the roaring. But the standard look of Shin Godzilla and the dynamic pose that he's in is just awesome. I really wanted him, but they was sold out. That was a bummer. But much like the 25cm Shin Godzilla, that got a second batch. So did this. Got a second batch, and I am so glad. The moment they said second batch, immediately jumped on it. Now you might be asking yourself, well, how did I afford this? Well, with working a lot, eating a lot of ramen noodle, and cutting back on a lot of things, I was able to afford this figure. I love this figure. It is the crowning jewel of my collection. I don't know if anything could possibly top this, unless they made like a gigantic 91 or a gigantic 89. A little later on next year, they're making a gigantic 64. I am not sure whether I'm going to get that figure or not. I've been looking around my room a lot lately, especially after getting the gigantic Shin, and I am sorely running out of room. No idea where I'm going to put any future releases. I do have a couple of figures on pre-order that I am going to get, plus a couple others that I really want to get just because I want to add them in my collection. But that is 2017 in a wrap of the X Plus figures I got. I know I got other stuff, but this is mainly to focus on X Plus and how I made all of it work with finances, just working extra, tightening my belt, not eating lunch several nights, just eating crackers at work, or apples. Used to go to Publix, buy bags of apples, eat an apple a day at work, a bunch of water. After I got this figure, I was able to get back to normal, but definitely worth it. And as far as 2017 goes, a lot of outstanding releases and a lot of wonderful releases that I recommend people get. I especially say the Shinjuku 91, the gigantic Shin Godzilla, the 93 Mechagodzilla. Who else? The Gabra figure was actually really good. I'm not a big fan of Gabra, but still a good figure. Most of all, if not any of those, the 30cm Burning Godzilla. Awesome figure. Okay, I had to say no to a couple, but maybe that could be a change next year. But until then, hope y'all enjoyed this video. X Plus in year for me anyway. There are a lot of others that I had to say no to, especially the earlier stages of Shin Godzilla as well. You got the second and third form. That would look great with this. Number one, I know where to put them, and number two, I couldn't afford them, and if you're trying to get them now, yeah, good luck with that. Till next time, this is Gojo851 saying goodnight. Hope you all enjoyed 2017. Here's 2018. And we'll see what happens next. Y'all have a good night. See y'all later.